Hi guys, welcome back to Simple Coding channel. Today I'm just going to show you the simple way on how to create this search bar. It's just simple steps in doing this, and I hope we're going to enjoy this class together. Thank you. So here is just a simple way to create a search bar. There's an icon here. This is an image, it's a button which you click and it takes you straight to the internet to search your required request. And here is a icon bitmap. So here you just create, you're going to download an image and then convert it to an icon format. And here is, and this image is in PNG format. So these simple steps are the things that I'm just going to show you. So here you're just going to simply type your request. So here I could just simply go and say google.com, and then I click on this button and then it takes me straight to the internet to search for Google. So here we are right here on Google. So from here, you can as well just search for anything, or you can simply just type, let's say, animals in the forest. And then you just simply click on this, and then it takes you straight to maybe pictures of animals in the forest. So here it is. So that is just an easy way to build a search engine for yourself. Okay, I'm going to show you this simple step. Thank you very much once again for being here. Thank you, and let's start. Siege. So, as usual, we're going to be making use of Tkinter to create um, this little software that'll be functioning for us. All right, so I'm going to be using Tkinter. I'm going to import Tkinter. And then I'm going to start with my window. So this is going to be my windows. And then I'm going to create a title for this window. And I'm going to call this title my search bar. Okay. Okay. So for every stage, I'm going to show you the progress of this. So let me ensure the window is looping continuously. All right, so I'm going to run this for us to see. All right, so now I have created the window, and I'm going to give an actual size to this window, a fixed or default size for this window. So whenever any other user decides to use it, the person doesn't have access to either expand or minimize or reduce the window to its own choice. So you just fix it the exact way you want it to be. And here we are on our title written here. So that is where how to give a title to your windows. Okay, so the windows on main loop helps us to help this window to run continuously so you can see your progress on the window. So without this main loop, your window is not going to be visible continuously like this. All right, so let's go to the next stage. So the next thing we're going to be doing here, give the exact geometry size to this window, like a fixed size actually. So I'm going to say window.geometry. So this is going to be giving us the actual size. So from the x-axis, that the y-axis is that this is the width, and this is the width is 590 and the height is 40. And then for The x-axis is going to be 350, and then from the y-axis is going to be this. Let's see. Let me run this now. Now you can see I have given an actual size to this windows. Okay, so that is for this, and that is the size for this. The next stage is to configure this window by giving it an actual window color, a default window color. You can decide to use any other color of your choice. But for this project, or rather this little work, I'm going to just give it a background color. And this background color is just going to be white. Okay, so let me run this so we can see the progress. Well, you might not really tell the difference. Let me comment this out and run this again so we can see the difference in this. Okay, well, we might not notice that now, but let's just keep going. The time we would. All right, so the next thing is to now you can see over here we have this icon here next to our title. So this is what we're going to do now. Let me show you how to do that. So we're going to be using we're going to be class called photo. I'm sorry, icon bitmap. So this is going to enable us to be able to use that icon next to our Windows title. So I'm just going to include this on our icon. This is it, bitmap, and then I'm just going to go down to my screen. I already have a downloaded um, picture of it, or you can simply go to the internet. When you have a picture of your choice, you can go here, select the picture that you want. That's after you've downloaded the picture. You can go over here, click the picture, select the picture of your choice, open it, and then you do the conversion. Go down here. And after that, you can decide to then use it on your bit icon bitmap. So that's the conversion for this is this icon bitmap. Okay. So I have done mine already. So I'm going to just so I want to copy the piece of information here. I'm just going to right click, go down to properties, and then I'm going to simply copy the location of this image and then head back to my work here, give this and then paste this down here and then go back again and I'm going to simply right click again, go back to the properties and copy the name of the image. Copy, and then we're going to paste this down here and paste this. And then we're going to use our backslash. So that's the way our computer is going to read this piece of information for us. Okay, so let me run this and let's see what we have. All right, so what is it saying? This is find. Okay. Okay, so you say this all right. So I have to define image. So this is an icon format. So I'm going to run this again. And there it is. We have it up here. Okay, so for the next phase is to create a label for our universal resource locator, which is just simply a label. And this is the label, which is this. This is the label. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So I'm going to call this label a search label. It is a label. And then this label is going to be in our windows. And the text that I actually want on this label is going to simply be our URL, just as seen right here. Just as seen right here. Okay. So next is going to be our fonts. So for the fonts, I'm simply going to use an Arial. And for the font size, it is going to be 14 and is going to be bold. And then for the background color, we have already given our windows. And the background is going to still be white. Okay, and that's it. So the next stage is to position it somewhere around the windows. Okay, and I'm going to be making use of my grid. And this grid would enable me to put them in a row and a column. So I'll be making use of row 1 and column 0. All right, so let me run this so we can see we have this here, just as we do have this here already. Okay, so for the next is to give it our entry field. Okay, just as we have right here. This is our entry field. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing next. So I'm going to call this a question field. It's an entry field actually. And then this entry field is going to be nowhere else but our windows. Okay, and the width that I want for this is going to be 45. And the fonts there, and the fonts that, well, for any user, once you start typing in that entry field, there's going to be a fixed font size for that, and a font type as well. So the font type is going to be Arial, and the size is going to be 14, and it's going to be bold. Well, and then the border is going to be 4. Okay, and then we're going to give a relief for this. Okay, so let me run this first so we can actually see the difference between this and the other one. So I'm going to stop this from running. I'm going to run this again. Okay, so it's not visible yet because I haven't positioned it somewhere on the screen. Okay, so let me do that first before I use my relief on it. So what do I have to do is to ensure that this is fixed on my screen, and I will be making use of my grid down here, and there's going to be my row 1 and column 1. All right, so that has been fixed on the screen now. So I want us to see the difference. Okay, I want us to see the difference in this. Okay, so now you can see we have this here. This is the width. Okay, and for the fonts, this is it. Okay, I can decide to get this bold out of here, which is not necessary. So let me run this again. the user's piece of information doesn't have to be bold. Okay, so I think that is off. That is out of there. Then this border here, I gave it a 4. All right, so well, now this has been fixed on the screen. I'm going to then give it my, and this relief is going to be making use of my stamp. Let me run this so we can see what we have on the screen. All right, there it is. That is perfect. Okay, so for the next stage is to fix our search icon, just like what we have here. Okay, so that I'm going to start. I'm going to call this search icon. And I would be making use of a photo image class to pass the photo to the class. So I'm going to make use of this photo image and then file. So this is where I'm going to, sorry, that's not supposed to be like that. So I'm just going to call my file and then I'm going to paste my file over there. So what I'm going to do, I already have my image available here. So I'm just going to paste it in on the window. So let me right click and copy this and then take it down to my windows and then paste this here. Okay, then I'm going to then copy it down from here and then paste it over here. Okay, so now we have to ensure that this is going to be fixed in the exact place that we want it to be. So I'm going to give a variable name image. Let's just call it an image mic button. So this is going to be a button. Okay, so like I showed you previously from my introduction, that image is a button. So this is going to be a button to search for your information here. Now you can see the changes here in the cursor, trying to indicate that this is a button, something you can press. Compared to, you can see the difference between this button and a label in the cursor. So the cursor changes whenever there's a button. You can see the hand here. So that's how you can tell that an actual icon is a button. So mine is going to be a button, and this button is going to be placed on my windows. And then I'm going to, the image is going to be coming from my search icon variable that I have attached to this class right here. Okay, so after that, I would configure the background color to white as well. Okay, so let me run this so we can see the difference here. Okay, so from the previous one, you can see that this background here is white. So if I place this on the screen, okay, so let me place this so we can see the difference here. So let me let me call this image mic button. Okay, I'm going to use the variable and place that variable from the x-axis is going to be 550, and from the y-axis is going to be 5. So I'm going to stop this and run this. So you can see Now you can see over here, there's this border surrounding this icon. I want it to go away. So that is where my um, my active background comes up. I'm going to use an active background to deactivate this border surrounding this icon. All right. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So let me get this out of here and then do that. So I'll be going back to this variable and then make use of that. So the background is white, and then I'm going to give a border 0. So that border is going to be 0. It isn't going to be showing anymore. And then because it is a button, I want a user to be able to tell that that icon is a button. It's something that you can simply just click. So I will be using a hand cursor for this. You can use any cursor of your choice, but I always stick with the hand cursor. And then I'm going to give an active background to this, and I'm going to this white. Okay, so okay, for the next stage is to the functionality of this button is working properly, and we're going to do this together. All right, so like I said earlier, you would be able to, you know, type in what you want to do right here. I can just say, show me Earth. And then I'm going to click on that. This is the browser. And then right here, I can decide to choose what I want. So these are images of Earth. Okay, so that's it. That is just it. So that or it's or going to work in this button here. All right, so let's get started with that. And then before I start with the functionalities, I'm going to simply import my web browser. So I'm going to say import web browser. And then I'm going to go down to my button and give a command name to that button. And the command name that I will be giving to this button is simply just going to be browse, or I say browser. Okay. So, all right, let me get this out of here so we can see this clearly. The reason why this red error is coming up here is because this name has not been defined, which is what I'm going to be doing up here. So I'm going to go up here and define the name browser, and then the error is going to go away. Okay, as seen on the screen. All right, so now I'm going to give a variable name to this entry field we have right here. So I will be calling my entry field up here and attaching this to this name here, this object here. It's simply because I want this entry fields to be able to get the piece of information from a user and then process the piece of information and search for those information on the internet. So this object is going to be holding this question, this entry field name for me. And then it's simply going to use my get to get all of the information from the user. And then I will be calling my web browser that I have imported up here, because that's going to enable me to be able to access the internet. And then I'm going to say open and then use this object that I have created up here to get the piece of information from the user here. Okay, so that is just it. I'm going to run this now and see how this works. All right, so this is it. Okay, let me what do I go here? Let's say pictures of beautiful and colorful colorful rain forest animals. I love animals. And I'm going to simply click on that button. Okay, so here it is. Here are beautiful, colorful rainforest animals we have up here. You can all see. So this is working perfectly fine. So I hope you enjoyed this class. And please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share and like as well. Thank you very much. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.